Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our all distributor training ADT. It's good to see you. I hope everyone is well. Welcome. And a special welcome to Enoch. It's a long time since I saw your face. To our special guests, I see Pierre, and I see Evelyn and some other people. I think we have very special guests among us. You are welcome, and it's happy to see you. Even if we don't see you, we see your names. But yeah, this is going to be an exciting session. If we have other guests like new distributors, feel welcome. We welcome you and we are happy to have you amongst us. Welcome to this our wonderful family. Here we train everybody. We come to these trainings whether we are young or old, whether we've been doing this for so many years or we only started yesterday. We learn every day. So yeah, if you are new, a new distributor, when we said in the presentations where you were invited to see this business, you were told that yes, you are starting a business for yourself, but you won't be by yourself. So you will feel that you won't be by yourself. Here is a family. Everyone is ready to help you get going. And so without wasting any more time, everybody is welcome. A little bit about myself. My name is Bulelwa Nokele. So I will be leading this session, steering this ship. I was born and bred in Alice, a small town in the Eastern Cape, but now I am in Joburg, between Joburg and Pretoria, staying in Joburg, working in Pretoria in one of the higher institutions of learning there. I am an excited Neolife distributor, an excited Eagle team member, and yeah, a very enthusiastic member of this family. So here we are here to talk about or learn tools of this trade. What are we supposed to do? We have 3 daily success habits that we need to do every day. But for us to do those habits, to do that, what we are supposed to do every day, we need to have a positive attitude. And I'd like to invite somebody who is going to tell us what kind of attitude we need to have and why we need to have that attitude. Attitude is very important in our business. And this is a young, beautiful lady from the Eastern Cape. She will introduce herself. Sisioli, can I invite you to tell us a little bit about attitude?
Hi, good evening, and thank you, Buli, for the introduction. Yes, the name is Yoli Sanjamela from the Eastern Cape, a town called Tomo, but right now I stay in Boksburg in Johannesburg. I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother. My background is accounting and auditing, HR and facilitation. And now I'm a pensioner, but a very passionate neo-life distributor and a very excited Eagle team member. So today we are here as the Eagles to hear about attitude. I'm sure people are wondering why in each and every ADT we talk about attitude. I think attitude is very, very important. In fact, I learned a couple of days, why attitude is so important. It says, I think Jim Rohn with another guy, somebody, I forget his name. They're saying it's our attitude towards life that will determine life's attitude towards us. Anyway, it's our attitude towards life that will determine life's attitude towards us. So I think if we come back to the business, what is our attitude towards the business? Because if our attitude, and Woolley talked about a poor attitude and the positive attitude. And I think for me, it's you must have the right attitude. We need to have the right attitude towards things. Why is that important? And I think my message today, to be quite honest, is that we need to understand where do we get these negative attitudes that we normally have as people. Because when you are born with no attitude at all. But the people that are around you, your family members, your friends, the people you go to in church, your school teacher or anybody, all those things that you hear from them, you grow up and you start developing an attitude based on the things that you hear from those people, which means that if you've got a bad attitude or a poor attitude towards something, it has been developed. So what does that tell us? It tells us the attitude can be unlearned. We can unlearn the poor or bad attitude and learn the good attitude. And now the question is, how can we do that? As I say, we hear all these things about other people from the people that we grow around with, people that we associate with. So in order to unlearn that, you need to have an open mind. You must have an open mind and learn. But if you think about it, if, for example, you've got a poor attitude towards learning, you'll never learn that much. And that is very important because our third daily success habit is about personal development. And personal development is about learning. And I think if we've got a poor attitude towards learning from the people that are around us, we will never learn much. And chances are that we won't succeed in this business. And the other attitude is an attitude towards yourself. What is the attitude towards yourself? Do you have an attitude of a failure, saying, you know what, I can't do this business like Charlie is doing or anybody else? That is an attitude towards you. Maybe you got that from maybe your primary school teacher who said you'll never be anything, or from a Sunday school teacher, or from whoever, or maybe from a negative relative who says, no, whatever you touch, it doesn't turn into gold, it turns to dust or something. So then you develop that attitude because you've had those things. Now, again, you need to unlearn that attitude. And how do you unlearn that attitude? You need to surround yourself with the people that are affirming you. And for me, Neolife, the Eagle team, this group, these are the people that are always affirming us. So in order to unlearn the poor attitude and learn the right attitude is to be surrounded by the people who are affirming you, which is this group. So in order to build that attitude, you need to stick around and do the third daily success habit. The other thing is, what is your attitude towards change? And that is very, very important. Do you see change as a burden? Do you see change as a necessary devil? Because the people who are successful, they see change as an opportunity for new chances and for new fulfillments. Take, for example, we had COVID. What was our attitude towards these Zoom meetings and, towards these virtual meetings? What was our attitude? And as we started engaging in this, we saw a lot of opportunities because we could see people that we've never seen before in the Zoom meetings. We could see their smiles. We could feel the emotion from them when they are talking, and we learned a lot. So those who have embraced this change and didn't see it as a battle and saw it as an opportunity for new chances and new adventures, then that's the attitude, right? So successful people, and now remember, by successful people, it's not people who have arrived. Successful people are not necessarily at where they want to be, but it's people who are continuing with the disciplines that they are supposed to be engaged in order to get to where they want. The day they stop those disciplines, then that's where they fail. So here we are at various stages, levels. So the fact that we keep on keeping on, we are successful because we haven't stopped. We're still on the way to where we want to go. So we need an attitude and maintain an attitude that says to us, we are going to do this no matter what. Okay. And how do we do that? We act as if we've already got there. I want to be a Sapphire director. So I need to act like one in terms of my attitude. Because when I do that, I will learn much more how to become a Sapphire director. And you need to practice good attitude. For example, when we go to meetings, you need to enjoy the moment. In the meetings, there are times where there's a joke. You need to enjoy that moment, laugh at the joke, don't sit there. That's how you practice good attitude, because you are in the moment. And when you have to clap your hands with the other people. If they say, raise up your hand if you want more money, do that. That's the practice. And the more you do that, your attitude will move from poor to great attitude. So my message is that bad or poor attitudes were developed. They can be unlearned. Good and the right attitudes can also be developed, and you need to learn them. And in your life, and this group is the first platform for us to do that. Thank you, Buni.
Wow, wow. Wow, thank you, Sisioli. Thank you, Pelekazi, for those wise words. Sisioli is an Emerald director, so you can see why she speaks like that. She has adopted the attitude. What she is telling us is what she is practicing. Thank you, Sisioli. There's a lot that we have learned there. Our next speaker, inviting and name lists. We have now mystery speakers. I think they know themselves. So I can't even give you a hint because they are mystery speakers. People who are going to tell us about inviting.
Bully, thank you for that. I had to become the mystery speaker because I was expecting that there might be somebody else coming in on the story with us. And the one person who was going to be doing it can't do it. I was not able to get the other person who I hoped would be part of the program. So I will be the mystery and I will be the speaker for a moment. And I really just want to share a couple of thoughts with you. And I think Shane is going to hopefully share one or two things as well. I'm not going to go through a lot of information around inviting, but I think one of the things that I'm very aware of is that there are opportunities that we have all the time for connecting with people. And, you know, many of us work off a names list off our cell phones. Here's my phone. I've got a lot of names on there. But many years ago, I ran short of people that I would have regarded as prospects because I'd worked through those. Excuse me. And I think sometimes we get worried about what happens if I don't know a lot of people. Well, I don't think we need to worry about knowing a lot of people, because essentially, if we get 6 to 12 good people into our team and start working on those names, we can get referrals from those people. And I think that's one of the key things that we all need to work on. You know, it's all very well to do a 3 and 30 on a regular basis and sponsor people yourself, but you really want to help get your team to do what you're doing. So if you're doing 3 and 30s yourself, you want to get your team to do 3 and 30s with their names. So that means that you are now building your team, not with your own name list, but with the names of people that you are working with. And it's amazing how people will give you referrals if you just ask questions. I'm currently working with somebody, and I'm not sure if they're actually online this evening. They were hoping to join, but their network where they live in another country is really quite unstable. But it was a referral to me from somebody else. And we've kept contact over quite an extended period of time, just building the friendship and the relationship and talking about things. And now the person has got to the point where they're actually wanting to get registered and start with a business. So that's certainly one way that you can do, is to build that friendship and get referrals from the people that you know and from the people who are in your team. You may well find that you get somebody who has got started and they don't really want to build the business, but you can get some names out of them. We did this the other day when I was working with somebody else, and we got a couple of numbers. I have not found the names yet, but it's very easy to get names from people. And I don't have the sheet here with me, but maybe I'll post a little sheet that we use when we're with people to ask them just to write down the names of a few people that they know. And we can then use that as a list, because if the person that you're working with gets sidetracked for anything, you've got 3 or 4 or maybe 5 or 10, even 20 names out of that person that you can then say, your name was given to me by somebody whom I know, who might be known to you, and they said you might be open to have a look at a way to generate an additional income over and above what you currently earn. If the person says to me, who was it? I said, no, well, I'll come to that just now, but they spoke positively about you. Would you be happy to work with that? And 9 times out of 10, people will say they're happy to work on the basis that I will give the name later on, because I don't want to get sidetracked with the name of the person. My question was, would you actually be open? The other thing is that, you know, it's so easy when you're out and about, and I'm just so grateful that we've now gone away from level 1, because we can actually get out there and start interacting with real people again. You know, it's possible when you're out and about to see people's smiles, and you can smile at people too. The other day when we were down at the Bathurst show, the grandchildren were having great fun in a really muddy puddle just at the entrance as we were about to leave. And they smiled, this young couple smiled, and they passed a comment, and I went over and had a conversation. The upshot of it was I have a contact name, and I have the opportunity to take it further. The main part of the couple is 2 weeks from graduating at the 43 Air School, and his partner friend is becoming an aircraft engineer, service technician. And they were people that I didn't know, but because they were friendly, I was able to make a conversation and have a contact. A little while later, there was a free offer of some speckworm that people had on a display. And the young lady who was working there, we got conversing with her, and I called Megan over because it was another young person. And out of that, there was an interaction, and we've got another contact name. Not necessarily that we've asked them about the business, but we've got contacts that we can follow up on. And what for me is exciting about this, with the masks being off, we don't have to be hiding behind that thing that keeps us hidden and keeps our smiles away from us. You can actually smile at people, you can engage with people, and you can start making those friendships because you can smile and you can get a reaction from them. So I really just want to encourage all of us to get out there and just start making more friends, start engaging and not trying to sell the business and trying to sell the product necessarily, but just getting that friendship and finding a reason, showing an interest in what they're on about and where they're going. And you might find somebody says, like, I'm in a situation, Shane's got somebody that she will talk about now. So maybe I'll bail over and let her have a quick input, and then maybe I'll come back. So Shane, over to you. Would you like to slip in here? Here she comes in her jet plane.
I have to come in where the light is better. Yeah, hi, everyone. Just thinking about the inviting, and one needs to be in the mode of it all the time. It really is something that is just so worthwhile to get into a habit, so that it's a daily thing, and a thing that you keep your, I'm not saying necessarily the inviting, but to build your name list all the time. It really is a very essential part of the business. It's because it's only really by growing your business, by developing your name list, that you're going to actually grow your business. And the way I find is really worthwhile is to just always listen. And it's just so worthwhile to be interested in people, develop an interest in people. And I very seldom ever talk about myself or anything unless the person particularly asks a question, but very often people are very happy to just talk about themselves. And it's worth listening and showing that interest in them. We sometimes in a team you find in a down who hasn't necessarily got the dream to develop the business. But if you can meet a family member or something, or friends that you can actually develop. We've got a down who's has just been a product user occasionally, but her daughter has come and collected products, and I've developed a relationship over the years. And now suddenly the daughter is showing a lot of interest in the possibility of joining the business, and is open to the possibility of developing the business, not just as a product user. And then the other day I had somebody come to a courier delivery, a specific, one of these unidentified couriers.
Security couriers.
Yeah, security couriers that don't have names on their cars or anything like that. I just was chatting to the driver. I didn't want to take all his time, because I think it's important for that you must respect that that person is working as well. But you can have time to have a little bit of an interaction. And I found out a fair amount about him in my interest in him. And he's got a tiny baby, and he's got 3 other children, and his wife has found it's not very easy to do her business, the business that she was doing before the baby came. And so I gave him my number, and I got his number and his wife's number, and just said, if she'd like to explore something that we found very, very, very worthwhile, she could make contact. And I got a contact from her yesterday, and we're going to be making connection tomorrow. She actually has come to Grahamstown, so is keen to make contact to find out more about the business. And so you just never know. It's really important not to prejudge, and to always just have that listening ear. And when you're interested in people, you'll be amazed what people will actually tell you. And there's bound to be some sort of a lead that you can follow through at a later stage. But just important to get their number. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Shane. Just thinking about when you're out and about these days, it's amazing how sometimes, you've maybe never thought of somebody and you meet them at the supermarket. And I'm thinking of somebody that I met a while ago who I've known for many, many years, and I've never had them on my list. But it found out that they had actually been a customer of somebody else in the business from years ago. And that person has subsequently died, and they're not in our team. And the person I was chatting to, I was just finding out about her now that, the whole COVID thing and where they were back at work and what was going on and everything. And she raised the question about, are you still involved in that near-life business thing? Mm-hmm. And she is now a prospect. She's kind of invited herself. She was not able to join us this evening, but hopefully we'll be able to get another opportunity. But there are so many opportunities out there where one can just find somebody, get them involved and get them started and get them going. And I think one of the key things, and this is not my saying, this comes from a downline of mine who I really admire. The comment is, don't go out to do your business. Do your business every time you go out. I'll repeat that. Don't go out to do your business. Do your business every time you go out. And I think that ties in with that very wonderful session that Yoli's just done around attitude. That, if your attitude is that you're a business person, you will be engaging with people all the time, not to hit on them, but to build a relationship with them and to add value to them. And out of the conversation, you'll be able to add something. And I know that as you engage with people, it's amazing how you can find those little things because you're showing an interest in them, not trying to find a reason to invite them. So yeah, once more, don't go out to do your business. Do your business every time you go out. Bless you all. Good to have you all online, and look forward to the rest of what seems to be an exciting program for tonight. Thank you very much. That's me.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark and Shane. Wow. What can we say? It's a lot that you have told us. It's a lot that we have learned about inviting and compiling a name list. Thank you so much for that one. And we have learned that it's good to work as a couple in this business. Wow. Value of being consistent. This business needs us to be consistent. Sis Nomandi and Sis Nomandla, are you there to teach us about being consistent, the value of being consistent?
I am Nomandi Waklula from Alice, Near Life Distributor. I've been asked to talk about the consistency. Why consistency is very important in making sure that you grow. It's something to do with growing up, or at least staying, not going down. Due to challenges that I have, because the people are not all interested in your life, but I make it a point that to remain consistent with what I'm doing, to remain being New Life Distributor, I must make sure that the daily success habit, I do them every day. So I'm using the products that I shop in your life, because whatever I'm using here, like supplements, I'm using the supplements to keep myself healthy. I'm using home care products, and I stopped buying from shops long time ago, since I became the New Life distributor, everything that I'm using, I buy from New Life except for groceries. To remain consistent, I also make it a point that each and every month I do have customers. Having customers is really helping me to be inconsistent with my PV, because that is what my goal is, that my PV must always be more than 250. I'm always making a point by doing my own. Usually my points, my own PV, it's usually 250 and above. I make it a point that I have that because I want to remain consistent in my position. Not that I want to remain here forever, being a senior man, to go to being a director. But meanwhile, to myself, I'm saying that if I can get the customers, because that is how now I become consistent with my PVs, is by customers. Because having people to join Near Life and Distributor is still a problem I'm having. That is a challenge. People decide they don't want to, they just want to buy. They are really not interested being in the business. They prefer being customers. So with the customers I have, I make it a point that every month I have customers who are buying supplements. That is by talking to people about, I'm using New Life products, and really they start buying. Maybe sometimes you talk to people about this and they seem not to have interest. But later on, that person will come back again. You said this, I want this and this. That's how I have customers talking to people around me. So that's why I'm consistent. It's through sharing. It's through using the products daily. Using daily success habits. That is what is happening. That is what I'm doing to remain consistent with my PVs. And what makes me also to be consistent is to get the bonuses. Even if the bonus seems little, but I make it a point, but I must get a bonus from each and every order I'm making with New Life. I think that is actually what I am doing for my consistency. I hope everyone will be okay. That's it. I think that's it, Mark. Thank you very much, people. I wish I could tell more. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Bulawa, maybe I can just roll with that one. Do you want to say something there? Go for it, Bulawa, then you can introduce the next one.
Yeah, thank you, Sisi. Thank you for your being consistent. And the next one is Sis Nomandla. Sis Nomandla Krina, who's also wanted to say something about being consistent. I'm not sure whether Sis Nomandla is able to join us, or maybe we have another video clip, Coach.
We have another voice note from her. She says the network is too dicey to take a risk. And I want to say something before I let this one roll. Usis Nomandi does over 500 points on a month normally in her team. And she's consistent at that. There's no yo-yo in her business. And Nomandla, who is going to speak now, lives in a rural area far from any city, and she consistently does over 1,000 points of turnover every single month. In the last 12 months, she dipped below 1,000 once, and that was for circumstances beyond her control. So her little input is short, but listen to this powerful woman who is on her way to director.
I am Nomandla Kina from Tsomo, Eastern Cape. I became a member of New Life in 2018. I am working at Tsomo Clinic. I do this business as a part-time job. I had a dream of buying a car. I started with my small dream. What I get from New Life and Eagle Team, I save. By December, I'm going to fulfill my first dream from what I get. So I benefit a lot. No more hungry in my house. How I do this every month, I service my team. I do follow-ups to my clients by phoning them. I have no time of watching TV. Also, what helped me is attending seminars as I was in boot camp. So I prepare myself to pull up socks. But I cannot forget my Master Jesus because he is with me all the time. My upline is also my supporter. I am going somewhere one day. I want to shift from where I am, but you need to be patient, don't rush. I have a bamboo for saving my money, benefits. My husband also gave me courage to go to meetings.
Wow. Wow, this is really exciting. Thank you, Sis Nomandla. Right there, it's almost. This is really exciting. Yeah, the importance of family and the importance of customer base is, yeah, it helps in building the businesses. Now, our next speaker, Budi, customer base, consistent, high PV. This person who is going to talk about building customer base, keeping your customer base, and also being consistent with high PVs is none other than Putimzi Njamela. He's an Emerald Director in the business, and what he's going to say is proof of what he's doing. Putimzi.
Yeah, I'm online, and I'm luckily I'm in East London, so I think I have a chance to be seen.
Yes.
And to see people. Thank you, Sis Muli, and thank you for the leadership, and thanks for everyone, for the team, for giving me this time to say something about what I am doing. I must just say, Nomandla is the big part of what that consistency she's talking about. She's been doing. It's a big part of what helps me to be at where I am. Now we're not talking about teams, but we're talking about a personal PV. How do you consistently make the PV at the level? I think there is one time where I had not done 250 points, I remember. And because I hadn't done that 250 points, there's something, I don't know what it is, that I had to forfeit, that I couldn't get that particular month. In that way, then it taught me a very big lesson that 250 PV must happen. So that one is a basic. How I do that, it's doing exactly what I had Mark and Shane say. Don't go out to do your business, but do your business every time you go out. In that way, you don't always get distributors that really want to distribute, but you also get many customers that want to buy. When I started the business, I would only order what a person has ordered. But I ended up finding that through talking to people, there are times when you need to have products right here in your bag or in your car. So I started maintaining some level of stock. What would that be? Maybe if you ask, there are products that people are always looking for. Calmec. A lot of people are suffering. They have pain. They want to help their knees and joints. How do you know that people need this? It's the easiest thing ever, because you will see them either limping or having something in the arm, or they are not difficult to find. So no one can say, I cannot find customers for those products. Salmon oil, of course, because it might not be that useful if a person only take Calmec and not salmon oil, because these two things do different things. But when they work together, they do wonders to a person who has a pain. A lot of people I talk to, they take things like painkillers and all that. I don't take any painkiller. I don't take anything. If I have omega, I have Calmec, I have the best painkiller ever. And water, of course, and sleep. Yeah, those 4 things are so important to the person. If you don't have sleep, Calmec will give you sleep. And also omega-3 will give you a peaceful sleep. So I started having a box of Calmec and a box of omega all the time. Because these give you a very desirable profit. From PV, you don't really get, that is your personal points. You don't get, you do get commission from the company, but you don't really get profit in that way. Or you get profit, yeah, that's where you get profit. And also, you are also saving, because you buy at a discount of 20%. So you actually, by building your own PV, you are actually improving your financial situation. So I heard this story. Mamunomand is saying, I don't go to shops, I shop at New Life. It's so simple. It saves you money, and by saving money, you make money, because then you do not waste money. So that's the part. For example, I had a customer that I've been having in Pretoria. So he normally buys, he orders products. Yesterday, he was ordering, 3 days back, said he wants Calmec. I say, yo, you need Calmec. Yeah, man, how are you going to get it? He said, no, you will drive and bring it. You are doing nothing. He's joking with me because I'm on pension and he's working. So he says, you go and bring it. So I said to him, hey, you know what? I'm worried. I do want to come that side, but you must make sure that if I come there, you bring customers, because I will need to get the petrol from those sales of those customers to come there. Then he says, or he keeps quiet. He keeps quiet. Then later, I said to him, okay, you know what? It's not cost effective if I get this delivered, because Calmeg is 188, delivery is 80 rand. So you're like wasting money. Why don't we beef up this order so you can get your delivery free? Then, for example, you can add immune boosters, and also you can add the new product that we have for energy, CoQ10. And he says, okay, include this, this and this. I got an order worth 2,300 and something, 2,300 roughly, when he was only buying Calmeg for 228. So long and short of it, go out, talk to people, and when you do that, those that don't join the business can actually make your business work for you. And that's how this consistency has been helping me. That's this profit. Thank you.
Thank you, Puti. Thank you, Putimzi. Thank you, Pele. People, you have heard for yourself. We talk to people. That's the only way we can get PV and get customers. So I won't waste time. Now it's time for recognition. Here in this business, we recognize people for doing their job, for doing the 3 daily success habits. Over to you, leaders. Mark?
Good evening, folks. Just a bit of intro on myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vic Bender. For those of you who do know me, I'm still Vic Bender. I've been around a while. So, I'm taking over the second half of the MC. I hope I can get this to flow as smoothly as our previous MC. She did very well. Congratulations on that one. All right, without much more ado, I've been in the business a while, and it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce your next speaker. The next speaker is going to tell us a little bit about something which I feel is very important, and I've always felt that way, and I've often asked people in our team, does your neighbor know that you're a distributor for Neolife? So it's very important to actually sell the Neolife and the Eagle team. And we've got none other than Pierre, who just won some money, so he's probably very happy. And he can tell us about selling Neolife and the Eagle team. Pierre, you take it away. Welcome.
Before Pierre gets going, I might have sent you an older copy. Jan is also part of that program.
Yeah, I've got that.
I think I might have sent you the old. Okay.
I've got that.
So.
Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Mark. And thank you for the invitation. And congratulations to everybody who has achieved certain steps and bonuses and recognition, and to the previous speaker and Bulawa for the MC. You guys just rock. And it's always so fantastic to be part of this group. And I want to thank you, because I'm not part of Mark's team. And it's always so enlightening and so fulfilling to be part of this ADT. So thank you for the invitation, Mark and team. Quickly, my name, Pierre van Rensburg, coming from you to you from a very cold Centurion. I think winter is coming, but we are excited because I'm warm. I'm sitting here in just a shirt because I am so excited. You can, I don't know what the English word for it is, but you can sways with me because
well,
you can weld with me. Wow. So excited I am. Yes, we are going places. We are cooking without oil. This business, I think we sometimes forget how powerful, what a powerful opportunity we have in our hands, and how we must treasure this we forget about it, especially if you've been in the business a while and when you get sidetracked, like I do from time to time. So I'm talking about me. I have a full-time job. I work for a large IT company. I'm averaging currently about 12 to 14 hours a day, some weekends as well in my job. But you guys know, I am super excited and I'm fanatical about this opportunity. And the reason for that is it can change our lives because I've seen how it has changed my life. You know, in the past 5 years, I have not had a salary increase. And I don't need to tell you what has happened to our electricity price, our petrol price, the cost of food and clothes, the cost of our insurance, our medical, if you've got children in school, everything is increasing, but my salary hasn't increased. But you know what? I'm sitting here with a smile today because I don't need to worry about it. I can help myself increase my income every month with this powerful, powerful opportunity. We don't need to go into depth. You all have heard in the last 2 weeks what happened to the petrol price and what is possibly going to happen to the petrol price. And we know that all of that is going to filter through to all our other costs. We know what is happening to our unemployment rate, which is the highest ever, and every quarter it is increasing. It is our responsibility to go into the community and share to everybody who can breathe. If they can breathe, we need to share this opportunity. And don't think if somebody's got a high position job, he's a doctor, he's a lawyer, or he's a what, and he's got enough income. They are sitting with exactly the same problem as middle class and as low class. We all sit with exactly the same problem. So Mark asked me just to talk a little bit and sell New Life. And I thought to myself, how am I going to do this? And I thought about my work situation the last couple of weeks and how crazy it has been. And I thought, let me just quickly share with you the difference between a job and an opportunity such as New Life. So I hope you can write very fast. If you can't, only write every third word, listen to the recording and fill in the blanks. Okay. So first of all, jokingly said, in a job, you spend most of your time in an 8x10 cell. In New Life, you have freedom. Okay. So, but seriously now, job versus New Life. In a job, qualifications are always a factor. In New Life, you have only 2 qualifications. There's only 2 things that will help you to qualify to do this business. Number 1, do you have a big enough dream, a big enough why? And number 2, are you willing to do something to achieve that? That is your only qualification. It doesn't matter how old you are, how tall you are, what the color of your eyes are. It does not matter. My children turned 18 2 weeks ago. 3 days later, they were distributors.
Oh, sweet.
How amazing is that? And then we've got people that is 80 plus doing this business actively. They don't even need to go and stand in the queue for SASSA because they say, you know what, I'm earning 15, 20, 25,000 Rand a month. Why should I go and stand in a queue to collect 1,800 Rand? So no qualification required. If you go and apply for a job today, you need to write down experience. You need no experience in this business, 0. As a matter of fact, the less experience you have, the better for you, because then you are open to be teachable and you will open your ears and you will do what is required. No experience needed, on-the-job training for you. In a job, advances are very slow. For those who are working for a boss, you know they call it the dead man's shoe. You can't move up unless your boss resigns or he dies. That's the reality. In this opportunity, there is no limit. You can even bypass the person who introduced you to the business. Holidays, your job, it's fixed. The boss decides when you go on holiday and you only get 15 to 20 days a year. In this business, if you speak to Mark and Shane, my goodness, they're on holiday the whole time. I am so jealous. I think, yeah, it's crazy. My goodness. So it's unlimited in this business opportunity. In pay, let's talk about pay, salary. There's a limit in a job. No salary increases for most of us. This business, you determine your salary, but there's even better thing. If you're in a job, can you earn euros and pounds and dollars? Nope. In this opportunity, you can earn 53 currencies plus. And I don't even want to talk about the room, but I'm sure there are some of you who earn different currencies every month. Recognition. In the job, only get recognized for one thing, doing something wrong. In this opportunity, you only get recognized for one thing, doing something well. Isn't that a major difference? And then pension. My dad worked for 39 years for the bank. He was a bank manager. He retired. You know what? He can't get out with his pension. There's not enough pension for him to get around. In this opportunity, your pension is inflation proof because your pension is linked to products, which is linked to product increase, means your business can guarantee your pension going forward. And there's a lot of other benefits. There's the benefits of tax benefits. The best one, and let me finish with this. You see, Vic, Mark, I get so excited. You need to stop me because otherwise we're going to be here the whole evening. But here's the best one of everything. In a job, can you choose your colleagues? Oh no. Sometimes you can't even choose your boss. In this opportunity, you can choose who is your business partners. And that is the best possible opportunity in the world. I'm going to keep silent now. We've got an opportunity. We need to go out. We need to talk to people about it. We need to spread the word in the community. We can change this world with this amazing opportunity. Thank you, Vic.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Right. Looks like I'll be locked off on persona non grata by the looks of it. Ken, I wonder if you would tell us now, carry on with that session, because if you don't mind taking off with your left. Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry, Jan, before you go, Vic, I think I bumped you off inadvertently when I was trying to spotlight you.
I'll stay off if you want me to.
No, don't.
No, you stay right there, Mr. Bender. You stay right there. Okay, yes. No, well, I'm not going to continue with what Pierre was talking about. He did a fantastic, very motivational session. But Mark just asked me to chat a little bit about the Eagle team and our trip to Sun City. He did explain how one gets to go on these wonderful lifestyle weeks, well, 5 days. It used to be on the cruise, but now they've changed it to Sun City. And let me tell you, I will choose Sun City over a cruise any day, because this is now a wonderful place. And you know, it's a case of all you have to do is get to Johannesburg, and then you hop on a bus and you get taken to a 5-star hotel where you are welcomed with, like, you know, those fancy things that come and fetch your luggage from the bus, and you think that you're very posh. And then everything is covered. We had 3 meals a day plus teas if you wanted, teas and cookies in the middle of the afternoon and morning. All that's covered. We played pinball. We had fun at Waterworld. We swam in the waves. Oh my goodness, I promise you, we went on the most wonderful game drive. And so you have all these wonderful lifestyle things. But for me, the most exciting part of it is actually being with the other Eagle team people. Because if you can rub shoulders with those folk that are also there. Now, they came from Namibia, they came from Botswana, they came from, there was some from Tanzania, they come from Mozambique, and obviously lots from South Africa as well. And you get to talk to these people and hear how they're building their businesses in much more difficult circumstances than we have right around here. And it kind of takes away your excuses. But just that positivity of being with these folk and just having fun with them. You know, we had only one little business session with Charlie and Alta, which was brilliant, and we all loved it. But it's a holiday. It's time. Charlie doesn't allow you to bring your little children, because how are you going to relax if you're running around after little children all the time, etc. So this is time for you to have just a wind down and an enjoyment of something that you possibly have never experienced before. There are many people who become Emerald in this business who have probably never stayed in a hotel before. And we're not just talking about a hotel here. This is Sun City Cascades. So you're staying in a 5-star hotel, and you've got this incredible lifestyle experience paid for, just because you have put in the effort and put in the work to either become an Emerald director yourself or to develop an Emerald in your team. So I really, really encourage all of you to make sure, number one, that you are a member of the Eagle team, because you can't benefit from these if you're not a member. So that's the most important thing. Make sure you're a member of the Eagle team, and then go out there and get yourself to Emerald Director, because as Mark says, it's up again in March. So you've got a year to do it. You've got plenty of time to get there, and just make sure you get there, because I promise you, it will be something that you will never, ever forget. It's a really, really special occasion. Thanks, Mark. I'll stop there.
Thanks,
sorry, Vic. Vic, I must say, sorry.
I'm just a ghost. Don't worry about me.
There, Vic.
I'm just a ghost. Don't worry about me. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jan. That was great. It just makes us very envious to go there. You know, as I've said before, if I never went to Sun City, I probably wouldn't be here, because we got back from Sun City once at our expense. Mark phoned me and I joined the business. All right, so we're going to talk about products now. Some folks are going to tell us about some of their favorite products. So in no particular order, Nomfunda, could you tell us what you want to tell us, if you're here?
Vic, I'm going to have to do a voice note for her. She's got network problems. She's fortunately sent us a voice note. So if I can just pull up her voice note, if I can find it now. Where has it gone to? That's weird. Oh, here it is. Okay, here goes.
Good evening, Tim, and good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mark. Sorry, Mark, I had to leave because my grandchild is visiting me today. So she's trying to panic now, so I have to go and attend to her. And the product I was going to talk about was the oxygen bleach. Before, let me introduce myself. I'm Nomfundo Mpepo, staying in Kabeja, Port Elizabeth. I was working for the best or known big name university in the Eastern Cape. I'm retired now, and I was working within the Department of ICT. We were doing everything with the technology, and I was in a section of the telephone section. I was the telephonic, what could I say, fundi. All the system of the telephones, the new ones that are coming in with all the change within the telephone system. And also administration of the office, which we were only 4. I was the only female working with 3 guys who were technicians, and also assisting them with some technical issues. I was invited, or I heard about New Life from Duduti, who is my aunt staying in East London. And she just invited me, both of us talking about it, and it was very interesting. I started then last year around about August as a distributor, now being a manager. And as everybody says, up and downs with a business, whatever type of business it is. So, yeah. But as a distributor, I am buying New Life products mostly that I use supplements and the cleaning stuff, beauty products, which I'm very, very happy with because they do a great job for me. And the few people who did buy the supplements also happy with the products. But as we know that people are so reluctant to join, they just want to join to buy. So at the moment, I'm a little bit slow, but I will catch up before end of May. I will catch up. And I'm a very, very jovial person, I would say. Very people orientated. I love people. So I'm getting there with them to come on board to New Life. So I'm using most of the cleaning products for my house, which is where I stay in Zwede, Kabeja. So the only product I can talk about today will be oxygen bleach, which is doing wonders for my white clothes and clothes that are not really white. Because what happens when I use that, firstly, I was just doing it on its own. And after putting it in my washing, just sort all the white clothes together. And then I would put that one scoop of it into my washing, which it did very well. And then I told myself, let me try something with it, which is the G1 laundry. So I would use that with the G1 laundry, just 2 scoops and 1 scoop of oxygen bleach. Mix it with some water, about 2 cups of water, because it's still going to go into the washing machine. And then I'll put that in and it will go on. And after rinsing and all that and putting in my soft and then hang my washing, that white washing that's on the line, it becomes so bright. Sometimes the water we use gives our white clothes that brownish color. But since I've been using oxygen bleach, I'm so happy. And I've given few to my sister who's in East London, what's in East London, and I asked her to use it. And then she must just tell me how it works. And she was also happy with that. So the business of New Life, I think with me, it will take me far. It's just, I just need to be consistent, as I've heard. And not that I don't trust the business and the products, I do trust them because there are a lot of them that I've got at home that I'm using and I'm seeing good results. I'm sorry that I had to leave you guys, but I've learned a lot from all the different speakers that have just spoken before me. And I think that is a tool I must use. And I'm happy to be within this business. I've been with previous businesses, but I was never been so enthusiastic to move forward. I just gave up within a couple of months. But with this one, I don't think so. So have a lovely evening. It's good to be part of New Life. I keep on saying that. At church, there's a slogan for the youth that they would say, "Kumnandi ukuba lapha." So I would say, "Kumnandi ukuba New Life." Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And thank you to everyone. Good night.
Thank you, Nomfundo. All right, the next person, the next product. I don't have a list of the products these folks are speaking about, but obviously they know what they want to talk on. And Popo, I believe you next in line. If you could tell us.
Sorry, Vic, that was Nomfundo and Pepo who's just shared now.
Oh, okay. Just the way it was typed. All right, then it's Loretta. Loretta, if you can tell us about your favorite products. Thank you. Go for it, Loretta.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Loretta Mead, and I am from KwaZulu-Natal, Pinetown. I would like to just tell you a short little story on Guys, don't pick up the name. Gel, what is it, gel?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera gel, sorry. My head is not lekker at the moment. My husband one New Year's morning made some coffee in the microwave. And of course, as you know, the water keeps on boiling after you put the microwave off. He, by accident, dropped the whole cup of water onto his lap. And that was a terrible story. But we had lots of people trying to help us with it. But one of our friends said, when he heard it, he said, listen, I'm on my way to you. I'll come and introduce a beautiful product that Golden Products has in those days. So he brought us the aloe vera gel, and we put the aloe vera gel on, and that really kept it soft, all the scabs, because when he moved, the scabs were all just cracked open. It was so sore. So the aloe vera gel kept it very soft. And today, if you look at those where he had burned, you can't even see, there is not a mark. That's what the aloe vera gel did. And then the other day, just a few months ago, my grandson suddenly came up with rash all over his body. And I said to my daughter, just put this aloe vera gel on. Within 10 minutes, the whole rash was gone. And I would suggest everybody always has that aloe vera gel in your house, because really it helps for many, many other stuff. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Loretta. Yeah, it's an amazing product that. What the people don't know is that Loretta's husband is in a wheelchair. So spilling a couple of boiling water into his lap, there's no way to avoid it. That must have been very, very painful. Well done, Loretta. All right, then the next person to talk in this category is Evelyn. Evelyn, are you there? I saw your name down there somewhere. Will you just take over and tell us what you want to talk about? Thank you very much.
Vic, I think she's also been bumped off now. She was on and she's been coming on and off. I'm not sure if she's in Zambia at the moment or in Joburg, but she's been battling all evening to stay on.
Yeah, I see she's
and
not
she
on.
hasn't, I don't have a voice note for her. No, I've got no voice note for her.
All right. Well, then we can hassle Bully again. Bully, you were going to talk about what were you going to talk about?
Peter God.
Peter God.
Yes.
What a star you are. You can take it away, girl.
Thank you, Vic. Last week on Saturday, my daughter bought us seafood, and it was some shrimp, crayfish, and what is this? I forgot these things with shells and what you see. I'm no seafish person. I mean seafood person. Now I forgot this other type of fish she bought. But anyway, I took a bite of the shrimp and crayfish. And in no time, I felt that, hey, I am reacting. I felt like I was swelling, and I felt like I'm suffocating, I'm short of breath. And I thought, whoa, and I felt some dizziness. And immediately I thought, hey, I have bitter gut. I took 4 bitter guts, and I thought, hey, maybe some acidophilus. Then I took 3 acidophilus. After some time, it felt like I'm feeling much better. But then the dizziness came back again. I felt like I'm going to pass out. And then I thought, take some more bitter gourd. And I took some more 4 bitter gourds. And then I felt a little bit better and better. And then I felt like something is moving in my legs. I'm not sure, is it a clot? Is it what? I was kind of paranoid. Then I thought, okay, let me take some garlic. I took some garlic and waited a little bit. Then I started becoming better and better. And I slept very well on Saturday and woke up. I didn't feel anything. That short breath disappeared, and that the hot flashes that I kind of felt, they had disappeared. In fact, by the time I went to sleep or Saturday night, that dizziness that I felt like I'm going to collapse or it just went away. So I think bitter gourd did some miracle there, and the other supplements as well, because I didn't take just bitter gourd, but I took more of bitter gourd because 8 tablets of bitter gourd went down my throat.
Sure.
And yeah, then I felt better. So thank you to New Life Products. That's my story.
Well done, Bully. I think with 8 bitter gourds a day, you're lucky to even be still there. You know, it can just dissolve you altogether. That's a lot. Yeah, that's potent that day. Well done. Okay, moving on. I think we've sort of come to a time which everybody really enjoys, if you're in that category, and that's the bonus time. And I think Mark's probably going to take us through that, Mark and Shane. Mark, if you can take it away, and let's hear
Can't take any credit.
Thank you, Vic. It's going to be me. I will share the screen. And do you want me then just to roll with the close thereafter?
Yeah, straight away, Mark. I see
Thank
Shane's
you.
got something in your ribs there. I know she says she can't take any credit, but is that a stick or your ribs, or what is that?
She's got a camper around my legs, so I can't get away.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
Vic,
right. Thank you,
and for the session. Really appreciate it, and for keeping calm when you got bumped off there. It was totally inadvertently done. So let me see if I can.
Have you done it again?
No. Right, folks, tonight's bonuses are going to be a little bit different. I had a bit of a challenge today. For some reason or other, we were unable to download all the information of all the bonuses. I don't quite know what happened. So a number of you are not going to be found. I was able to get some of the bonuses of the top earners, but I just want to congratulate everybody who did over 250 points as a manager this last month, and then did over 500 points as a manager. Those who did between 1,000 and 3,999 as senior managers, congratulations to you. I know that the money has been put into your bank account, and so that or if it's not in your bank account yet, it should be going in soon. The figures are showing up on the website already, despite the challenge I had with downloading the stats. So yeah, we just want to congratulate each of you who've earned a bonus. And I'm going to read out the bonuses of those who have earned over 1,000 Rand this month, of the ones that we have. So bonuses from 1,000 and above. And this excludes profit from retail sales. You heard MZ talking about his. He does a very good personal points. So he earns a good bonus on his points, but there's also the profit. The same you heard with Normandi and Normandla. Both of them have fairly high personal PVs. Vic and Dawn have very high personal PVs. And you'll see that reflecting in their bonuses, but that excludes the profits that they would have earned over and above that. So let's have a look at those figures now. And folks, remember, these are in most cases part-time incomes. So just have a look at it and think about what you would do if you had a part-time income of this that is unlimited, as Pierre said. Bolelwa Nokele, 1,130 Rand. Nombolelo Ndandani, 1,328 Rand. Nomandla Kena, 1,462 Rand. Jenny Potter, 1,981 Rand. Kim van Niekerk, 2,189 Rand. Remember, that's about 24,000 Rand a year extra income if you maintain that without growing your business. Clive Smith, 3,896. And I want to comment about Clive. Clive is a very, very busy academic. He does very little in the business these days, purely because his academic program is so hectic. But he laid the foundation many years ago where he went wide and then he went deep. And because of that effort that he put in all those years ago, that's just an extra almost 4,000. That's nearly 50,000 Rand a year that he gets coming in from his near-life passive income generating business. Next, we have Yolisa and Jamela, who did our attitude session at 4,383. Then we have Mzi at 7,340 Rand. The Benders at 8,825 Rand. Wonderful for that amount of income to come in. And then Pierre, who's so excited that you can weld with him at 12,332 Rand. Folks, and those are incomes that are at the starting end of what is potential here. And we really want to congratulate all of those who've earned bonuses and all of those whose bonuses we were unable to read out. But remember, there's more, because the more people that you help, the more money you can earn. And the more money you earn, the more people you can earn. So let me just do a little bit of a close here for you as we come to the end of this evening session. Once again, I want to thank our MCs and our speakers for the incredible job they've done. I think we've had a phenomenal session here this evening. And you know, there are just so many key points that people have shared with us this evening. I hope to get the video and the audio of this out as soon as we can. And I suspect that what we will probably do is we'll extract the individual sessions as well. So if anybody wants to have a particular session or any particular sessions, won't you just put it onto the personal growth group so that we know what you're looking for, so we can focus the editor. I'm going to be using an editor for this rather than necessarily doing it myself. And we will hopefully get that out as soon as we can, if you would like to. So I'm going to give you a couple of other pointers other than the fantastic stuff we've had this evening. I'm using a little book here entitled Bits and Pieces. And hopefully these bits and pieces will inspire you to go out and take action. The first one here is entitled, The Formula for Success is Simple: Practice and concentration. Then more practice and more concentration. And that's a quote by Babe Didrikson Zacharias, a golf and Olympic gold medalist who died in 1956. But I think what he says is so appropriate to our business, that if we practice often enough and we concentrate on what we're doing and we remain focused on those things, it's amazing how you can grow. And I heard a number of people say, oh, the people in my area are not interested in the business. I guarantee each and every one of you who feel that somebody else will come into your neighborhood one day and sponsor people that you know, because they have practiced more and kept on practicing. And for all of us, I know Louis Smith said the only reason that he's a diamond director is that he's failed more than anybody else. And so it's about that practicing, concentrating and practicing and concentrating. The next one that I would like to leave with you is a quote by John F. Kennedy. He says, there are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risks of comfortable inaction. So if you're afraid of phoning and inviting people, there's a risk. that one day you will want money that you don't have because you didn't take the action. If you don't do demonstrations or you don't get confident in, become more confident, not necessarily fully confident in showing the plan, you won't grow your team because you will be dependent on somebody always to do it for you. And I think that's a very, very valuable one there for us. And then another one. This is by Dave Weinbaum, who's a writer. Those who let things happen usually lose to those who make things happen. I'm going to read that one again. Those who let things happen usually lose to those who make things happen. And you know, folks, when I look at this, I think of myself for many, many years. After we started the business, my diary was planned a year in advance. I very seldom, if ever, had a work appointment challenge me on my business appointments. Because why? I planned my time and I notified my boss that I had commitments that needed to be happening and I would like to have time off at those times. And so I didn't just let life happen. The whole business was planned from January to December. And I really want to encourage you that you allocate time to your business, whether it be 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, 5 hours a day, whatever you want to allocate that time and make a commitment so that you can be consistent in that. Make a commitment to invest a bit of money in attending these ADTs and the weekly training on the Thursday evening, the team talk Thursdays, the presentations. Even if you don't have a guest, be part of the audience because you'll hear a different speaker here say something differently. Plug into the Eagle Team events, plug into the Near Life events, because you will find that if you make things happen, things will happen for you in a more positive way than if you just wait for things to happen. I'm amazed at how many people get sidetracked in the business because somebody arrives at their home when they've got an event that they need to go to and they say, sorry, I can't come to the event. But then a few months' time, they're complaining that they've got no money because they didn't work their business. And I know I don't want to sound unduly hard, but sometimes you have to make those choices for your future when other people aren't concerned about your present. So be present wherever you are, take action. And we're in April. Many of you, if you decide to take action now in April and May, can attend the senior manager workshops. You'll increase your income, you'll increase your influence, and you'll become an influencer that is making the world a healthier and a happier place. So from ourselves, I'm speaking on behalf of Shane because she's got a rod in my side here. Are you coming to say something?
No, I don't need to say
she doesn't need to say anything. So Vic, I've got free. She's pulled the rod out of my side. And from us to all of you, have an awesome April month. Have a blessed Easter. We will not be doing any training on Thursday evening because of Maundy Thursday. Have a blessed Easter. And we look forward to seeing you again during the course of this coming week as we share on the Monday, the Wednesday, with our new study book, the Own Your Life Plan. Folks, if you haven't heard about the Own Your Life Plan, get hold of your sponsor, ask them to get you a copy of it, or you can order your own copy online. You want to understand and study and start applying Don Failer's Own Your Life Plan booklet. We've got 5 chapters we're going to be doing, and I believe they can change the way you do your business, the way you look at your business, and the results that you're going to achieve. So from the two of us, Shane, come in and just say goodbye to the wonderful people out there. Bless you all, people. Have a wonderful evening further. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful month.
And great sessions to those who did sessions. They were really good. Well done.
Cheerio.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Well done to the
Bye.
MCs too.
Thank you.
Well done, Bully. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Pelekazi. Thank you. Bye.